Dire's ban.
Alright, welcome to the Amateur Dota 2 League. Today's match here is between Los Corndog Hermanos and the Ogre Achievers. My name is Last Talon. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Last Talon. Let's get started. So it looks like we're having some... It looks like some interesting bans. I'm not sure how the Amateur Dota 2 League works yet. Not done really anything with them yet, but I'm going to start casting for them. Should be fun. But we have a Viper ban, Witch Doctor ban, and a Tidehunter ban. I'm not sure
10 seconds to
what's up with that. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe just people that don't like to go against. But it's not what I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing some like Death Prophet or Juggernaut or Faceless Void bans, stuff like that. Generally first ban type things. I do see the Silencer ban a lot. We're getting some Centaur and Ogre Magi here. I took a quick look at the stats for the AD2L, and I found it kind of interesting how much Ogre Magi was picked. I mean, I know he's pretty popular, but he seems to be picked quite a bit more in this league than others. So I should be interested to see why. Perhaps not this match, but at some point I'll eventually figure that out. Find it interesting that Ogre Magi is picked on not the Ogre Achievers. We'll see how that works out. Centaur probably going to be the off lane. Pretty classic off lane. Ancient Apparition picked up as well as the Necrophos. To be honest, I really like Necrophos. I know a lot of people don't like him, and he's a pain in the ass to go against, but I generally like him. I usually see some pretty good play out of him. Ancient Apparition, great support, good for early harass, especially with that chilling touch. Always like to see that, and he's really helpful late game too with his ult. From anywhere on the map.
Only 10 seconds.
Got Spectre being banned out, as well as the Venomancer.
5 seconds. Hurry,
Perhaps they're trying to get rid of some of that damage over time.
Reserve time.
The Viper, the Witch Doctor, and the Venomancer all have some damage over time to them. Perhaps that's a strategy they're going for. Might see that later on in the draft. Not sure why the Spectre's getting banned. It doesn't look like they're going for that much of a late game lineup just yet. They could turn around, but I wouldn't have banned it out yet. Razor ban, fairly common. Trying to ban out some mid, although they could always put the Necrophos mid. As well as the Wisp. I wouldn't have banned out the Wisp yet. I don't know, like I said, I'm not used to the Amateur Dota 2 League yet, but it seems like a very odd ban to me so far. And it might just be in the lower levels, I'm not entirely sure.
10 seconds to pick.
But not much of that reserve time used yet. Looks like they're going in knowing what they want to pick, what they want to ban. Probably the case because they might not know the teams yet. There's a lot of teams in this league. That's something I'm finding out. And not a lot of casting coverage from what I can tell. I don't know, I might just be looking in the wrong places, but it seems like it's pretty hard to get a handle on what your opponent is going to be doing. It's pretty hard to figure out, I think. If I remember correctly, you can see previous matches on Dota Buff, if you really wanted to look at that. That's where I was looking for the stats. It seems to be recorded there pretty well. Not much missing from the stats there. Has all the common things like pick ban percentage. We do get the Juggernaut pickup though. Always love to see some Juggernaut. He's been picked a lot lately. Also banned a lot, of course. Goes with the territory. But you can get some pretty good play out of him. He has a wide range of abilities, and he's got some pretty good damage on him too. Although that Omni Slash is just a pain in the ass to support. It's hard to deal with. Earthshaker picked up. I love to see Earthshaker. He has the only ability that actually creates terrain. Always fun to see. Good play off him. Usually played roaming, from what I've seen. I'm hoping we can see that kind of play in this match.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
But it looks like we are starting to go into our reserve time now. They do pick up the Bristleback. Didn't quite go into that reserve time, but they did a little bit ago. Bristleback probably going to be their off lane. So I'm wondering what the Ogre Achievers are going to do for their more core heroes. I'm wondering if the Earthshaker and Centaur are going to be more core in this match because they haven't picked up much yet. They also need to pick up a mid, unless that Ancient Apparition is going mid, but I haven't seen that very much in competitive play. I've done it on occasion, just in pubs. It's pretty easy to do in pubs, but
5 seconds.
when you have a coordinated team, it's not going to work out in your favor. But it's always good to have that early Ice Blast.
Time? You know what game you're playing, right? Dota?
As far as the Radiant goes, though, it looks like we kind of have their lineup set up here. Probably going to be a Bristleback offlane Juggernaut, safe lane farming with the Ogre Magi, possibly the Necrophos as support, or maybe as the mid even. We'll see. I mean, he could almost go mid here. They're going to have a hard time picking a mid out, I think, because, I mean, they've got to ban out the mid heroes after this pick, unless this pick is their mid. It could very well be. They have plenty of reserve time to think it over.
Zeus.
And there's the Zeus pick. That's probably going to be their mid.
Radiance ban.
He can be a bit tricky to deal with, but the Necrophos I think can heal it up pretty easily just with his Q. So the Necrophos could easily go against him. Just that Heartstopper is going to whittle the Zeus down all on its own. I'm not sure about picking the Zeus into the Necrophos, other than maybe they wanted to get some early game action going on here. They may have to have some good thought go into their hard carry here then. And the Earthshaker is not going to have a very good time ganking that Necrophos mid if he is going to be a roaming Earthshaker. The Necrophos is very hard to kill, especially if he gets some quick early farm. Unless it's like an immediate gank with the Earthshaker. We'll see how it goes though. It all comes down, I suppose, to the level of play we get out of the people on each team. And I can't speak for that. I've not seen anyone in the Amateur Dota 2 League play yet. I'm very excited to see it, actually. But ban out that Medusa. I think that's a pretty good choice at this point, now seeing what they have. They're going to have to pick a pretty hard carry in order to make this team work, I think. So now the Spectre ban does make a bit more sense, but I don't think they could have known it at the time.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry!
And they're banning out the Vengeful Spirit, probably thinking that Necrophos is going mid, trying to ban out another support that would synergize well. I think that's a pretty good ban. The other thing I would have banned out was maybe just another mid just to be on the safe side, because they may switch it up now and pick someone else to go mid. And I don't think anyone would pick the Vengeful Spirit to go mid. I don't think they need a carry Venge in this lineup. And there's the Outworld Devourer. That's going to be a good mid against the Zeus. All that intelligence steal is really good against an int mid. And so that is going to probably put the Necrophos in like the 4 position, I think. We'll see how that turns out. I generally like to see Necrophos as more of a 3 or 2, but he can work in almost any position. He doesn't necessarily need his items, but he does so much better with them. We'll see what this last pick is. They may end up switching out their mid as well, but then they're out a hard carry. I don't think they can afford to switch their mid at this point. The only mid options they really have are the Ancient Apparition and the Zeus, possibly Earthshaker if they have a really good mid player, but I don't think they could pull it off. That kind of play is usually seen only in like pro leagues, so I don't think they could pull that off here. They could just throw a huge wrench in it and go Centaur mid, but then that throws the rest of their lanes out of order. So I think they're going to have to stick with the Zeus mid here. And they're going to have to pick some hard carry here that's going to outlast the Juggernaut.
Faceless Void.
There's Faceless Void. They could potentially put the Void mid, but I don't think it would be a good choice, to be perfectly honest. I've seen Void run mid quite a bit, but I think he would have to go in the safe lane in order to farm here. We'll see how the lanes turn out. I am liking this little artwork here. Can't quite tell what it is, but it looks nice. And it looks like they are trying to sit here and figure out how they're going to do their lanes. Taking a bit of time to lock in that last hero.
Only 10 seconds.
Also nice artwork for Ogre Achievers here. Not sure if they made that or if someone else did. Ooh, and a nice banner. Let's check the other banner. Can't quite see it. It looks like it wraps around.
Now,
Yeah,
a
it
quick
does.
reminder, the goal of this game is to win.
Nice
You
little
could-
Corndog, though.
But I mean, do
All
whatever
right.
you want with that information. Just
Looks like we have
you know.
Moist on the Juggernaut. We have... what is that? Zizo on the Outworld Devourer going mid. And it looks like this is going to be a support Necrophos with Dick Puncher. Clever. We have Bungus the Fungus on the Bristleback going off lane, and it looks like here we have our 5 Ogre Magi coming out with his ward. What does he have on him? Soul Ring. And they're going to run into this smoked team here. Let's watch here. Continue the lineup in a minute. Oh, the Void jumps over the wall. Not quite what I need to do, I don't think.
1 minute until.
Very good wall, though.
Use
And that it will be first blood against their support Necrophos.
mine by right,
Probably not who they
as
wanted to get,
well
but they
as
gotta
by might.
take who they can get. Also, we have a nice little ward coming out here blocking that camp. Ogre Magi still going. And it looks like they're just going to go back and get where they need to go. Centaur is going to try and take this rune here. Has quite a few tangos. And a pause coming out. Let's just hang on here. Oh, mouse issues. Hate that. Just discussing with someone about using a really old mouse to play video games. Doesn't work out. Hope that's not their situation here. I'm gonna continue just calling out the roles here. We have Bill Sive, I think, on Centaur Warrunner. He's going through the off lane, it looks like. Azarov on the Ancient Apparition, playing looks like a 5, perhaps. I don't know, it's hard to tell this early. We have Jon Snow in the know. I wonder if that's Snowden? Perhaps. They made it rhyme. On the Earthshaker. Could also potentially be the 5, hard to tell. They may just be playing both like a 4.5 position, not quite sure yet. Faceless Void with Sad Boy. And we have them checking the rune up here. Who did I miss? Logix on the Zeus. And I'm not sure. It looks like we have the Faceless Void going up top, safe lane. And the Zeus is probably going to be mid. I'm not sure what he's doing. Looks like he's playing around with the courier. He has his bottle. Who ended up getting that kill? Probably should have called that out. Yeah, Zeus ended up getting the first blood against the Necrophos, so he's going to give his bottle right away. That's what he was using the courier for. But it looks like we have Los Corndog Hermanos. I'm just going to call them Corndog. That's what they have written up here. Looks like Corndog is having some trouble figuring out what they want to do now. They're hanging back quite a bit after the Necrophos just getting back out. Looks like he has his Heartstopper level 1. Probably doesn't want to have that when he's getting ganked. Juggernaut already has his spin here. Excuse me. And it looks like we're getting back in. Long pause. Hopefully they fixed all their issues.
Go, 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 kill, kill, kill.
And it looks like Ogre Magi is still hanging out in the trees here. Probably hoping they're not near him, but just playing it safe just in case. And it looks like we may have some more action going on here near top river. No, it's going to diffuse pretty easily, but we have that roaming Earthshaker looking like he's going to hang out and try and gank mid right away. Who do we have mid here? We have that... oh, not the melee creep. We have the Outworld Devourer here. He's going mid against the Zeus. That's not going to be a good lane for the Zeus. They're probably going to need to gank pretty quickly. But it looks like he's going into safe lane right away. Maybe he's not going to be roaming. Oh no, it looks like he's going to be roaming. He's waiting to try and get a kill on the Bristleback here. And he might get it right here. Oh, not quite. Oh, wrong side. Not good. They're not going to get him. He's going to get away really quickly. But they are creating lots of space for this Void to get some early farm. He's going to get ahead pretty quickly. Let's check those last hits.
You get nothing.
These tri-lanes are always so silly. Lots of harass going out though. They're doing their job. How's this mid battle going out? Looks like he's getting pretty hurt. And that Zeus, although he may be getting his intelligence stolen here, he's getting those clarities. And he has the bottle. He's already used quite a bit of it. Probably healed himself up before. He's going to be a good bit of intelligence for the Outworld Devourer, but he's going to need to use it to harass. Otherwise he's not going to get anything on the Zeus. He took his Essence Aura already. That's not going to be good for the harass. He doesn't have anything to use it with except for his little prison there. And I don't think he's going to be able to get close enough to use that. He's going to need to get his Q, his auto attack. Otherwise it's not going to be very effective, I don't think. And it looks like we have ganks going on here at River. Again, an iffy fissure here. They're not going to be able to get him with that one. The first fissure was quite good. Straight down, they could get around it pretty easily, even with a little misplay by the Faceless Void early on. Courier coming out. Boots for the Zeus. He's getting some pretty good farm right away. Action going on here with the Faceless Void and the Bristleback. Void taking quite a few hits. The Bristleback knows that his supports are missing. They are going to roam right away. Dewarding here. More pauses. That's not good. Disconnects. Oh. Well, these things happen. That Necrophos is not happy with that dewarding. Looks like we do have the Juggernaut getting some quite good farm as well. Support's making a lot of space for him, but they are sticking in their lane, while the other supports seem to be roaming quite a bit, trying to get those ganks. And this is very much a roaming harass type support lineup, it looks like. They're not getting many kills, but they're keeping people on their toes. It's very hard to farm when you don't know where two of your enemy's supports are. Although that does mean the Faceless Void isn't getting as much of his own farm for the time being. But he's still doing quite well. Bristleback's having a hard time dealing with him. And we're getting back in here. It looks like Centaur is not having that much trouble. He hasn't barely used any of his regen yet. They're having a hard time harassing him. He is quite tanky even early on. He takes quite a few hits there. The return doing a little bit of damage, but not much. I completely missed that kill, but it was bound to happen. OD was sitting pretty low. OD does have his bottle now, but he's going to have a really hard time fighting for that rune. The Dire have some very good wards up. He's going to not have a good time getting in there. The Zeus is not having a good time with his mana, though. So he's going to rely on that bottle. So if he does fight for the rune, Zeus isn't going to be able to harass. Looks like we have action going on in the Bristleback here. And there's a fissure, but it's on the wrong side again. He's going to need to get the Bristleback on the right side in order for that to work. But he is going to keep him out here. He's not going to try and go in there when they know they're trying to gank him. And that does give Void his supports back. He's going to have a much easier time farming while that's going on. He's going to catch up to the Juggernaut there really quickly. Juggernaut here waiting to get his Ring of Protection to finish his Basilius. Also grabbing an Aquila right away. So he's going to get that pretty quickly. 4 minutes is not bad for that. It seems like a small item, but it's bigger than you'd think. And it looks like Zeus is going to fill his bottle, so he's going to be able to harass again. Almost has his 6. So does OD. Bristleback actually getting some pretty good farm here considering he's in the offlane. They're not harassing him out as much as they need to considering they're nearby. Void possibly trying to save up for a Hand of Midas. We'll see. And it looks like Necro's trying to get some farm here, pulling the creeps. He's gonna stack them here. That's good. That'll give the Juggernaut some more farm. Centaur almost has his ult as well. Always comes out of nowhere. It looks like they're gonna try to get a gank on the Bristleback. They don't quite know where he is, I don't think. There they see him. They're not gonna catch up to him, he's gonna back. They're zoning him out, but it's not gonna be enough considering he's getting decent farm. It's often very hard for the Bristleback to get farm in the offlane. And the Centaur is getting some farm as well. Centaur grabbing his boots. Hasn't been able to get to side shot. Bristleback having a much easier time with the side shop situation. And it looks like Centaur has just picked up his Tranquil Boots. That was pretty quick. Very good for him. Having time to regen. Getting the rune control on here.
A lucky find.
Good rune control. Although the OD did pick up the DD rune. And that's leaving the Zeus out of mana. But he does have his mana boot, so that's going to help him quite a bit against the OD. Both OD and Zeus have their ults. Centaur has his ult. Bristleback's still a bit behind on levels, being zoned out too much. And they're going to get him here. Oh, he doesn't make it around the fissure. He's trying. It's probably just in that right spot where he can't get around. And he's going to go down. Good Zeus ult. Oh, but it looks like the OD may go down off of that. He's gonna bottle up, he's gonna try and stay alive, but it's not gonna keep him up very much. The Zeus has plenty of mana, but he's gonna run out now. That int steal is not gonna help the Zeus out much.
Middle is missing.
Necro's sitting pretty low levels here. Ogre Magi's a bit ahead of him. Juggernaut not doing well for levels either. Void already has his Chronosphere, thanks to those supports roaming a bit. They are sticking close now so he can get his farm, but he has his levels in already. So they can afford to stick around. And the Bristleback's going to try and harass a bit, but he's not going to get much on that Void. Void does already have his Midas. It's not going to be hard for him to get his farm now. He can pretty much do what he wants here, as long as he doesn't die. Looks like we're trying to gank him again. Not going to work without the... oh, we have some action going on bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower under
But they're not
fire.
going to get anything out of it.
Middle is
That
missing.
healing ward up, nice cute little lion statue here. Or whatever that is, I can't quite tell. But without the Earthshaker up top, they're not going to get much done on the Bristleback. They really need him to block him off. That's what I was saying. He's the only hero who creates terrain. You can't walk around it. It's impossible. Gotta force staff over to blink over it or something.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
No one else is quite like it. You have abilities that block people by stunning or something, but it's not just a wall that you can't get around. And that Void doing very well for farm. And all those denies stopping that Bristleback. It's not going to be fun for him. Let's check out the net worth here. Yeah, and he's already ahead, and the Midas is just going to secure that position for him. They're going to have a very hard time catching up to that Void. The only option they really have is to starve the rest of his team at this point. That's going to be hard with the Zeus. He's going to secure the early game for them with that farm. Already level 8. He can get pretty much any farm he wants here. He can harass anyone out of lane if he needs to, except possibly the OD, but Zeus is already roaming. He's gonna gank someone, you know, or at least harass them out of lane. There's not gonna be much anyone can do against him right here.
Not for you.
And he's gonna spin away. If that fissure was a bit more on point, they would have stopped him, because even the spin can't go through the fissure. It's just such a good spell. With a roaming
Haste.
Earthshaker here, I would think he would want to maybe get a bottle. But he hasn't been roaming too much. Maybe that wasn't the original plan, but he could have always rotated into it, I think. Especially if he's not getting too many kills. Bristleback's starting to get pretty tanky here. They're going to have a hard time forcing him out of lane, but he doesn't have that much farm anymore. And Earthshaker's going to try and get a good fissure off on the Outworld Devourer here. OD's playing it pretty safe, though. He's not venturing too far from the tower. They're going to have a bit of trouble with that, and they might have spotted him. It looks like they did. And he's going to have to back off. They may turn on him here. They're not going to get anything. Yeah, really, Radiant's only option here is to kind of secure positions for everyone ahead of the rest of Dire's team here, if they want to pull this off. Otherwise, Dire's team is just going to skyrocket here with that Void. He's going to get so much farm, and those Chronos can just disable an entire team at once, and there's going to be nothing they can do. And one good team fight and towers will start going down. They have some pretty good rotations to stop it until a team fight erupts, but once that happens, I don't see it going well in Radiant's favor. Looks like Zeus possibly going for that Eggs right away. There's not much he can do against that prison. He is falling a bit behind in levels compared to the OD, but the OD hasn't been able to really roam at all here. He's just farming. He is getting close to his Force Staff, but that's all he really has. He has his Power Touch. Here he is going to go try and gank. We'll see if he gets anything. The A is going to encounter him right away. Prison comes out, Bristleback going on him. Void's gonna try and help. Here comes the Chrono. Zeus ult. And that OD is going to go down here. Oh, and they're gonna get the Bristleback as well. He gets stunned out. There's nothing he can do to get away. That's not good. We do have the Ancient Apparition go down, but that's a small price to pay for the OD who's been farming mid the entire game. And now that offlaner is gone, this Void's just going to get free farm after that. They're going to try and take down the tower while that fight's going on. They're going to get it, but that's not going to hold them back if they keep getting kills like that. The Dire are ahead in kills as well. Let's check the XP and net worth graphs. Yeah, Dire far ahead in XP, as well as net worth. Not that much further in net worth, but it's still a significant difference. And it was even before that fight. And we have Faceless Void picking up his Mask of Madness. Did not take him long. Juggernaut has his as well, though. Perhaps it will just be a fight between those two. But one, like I said, one Chrono and that's going to be ruined.
Denied.
Action going on this Earthshaker. He's pretty low. He's going to try and deny himself. Are they going to find him? They find him. Nah. That was a good, good job by them. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like he was roaming somewhere he probably shouldn't have been. They don't have much vision up in that area right now. Looks like the AA ult is coming down here. Is it gonna hit? Yeah, it's gonna hit that OD. Very good hit. Zeus ult comes out right after. He's going to put himself in the prison, try and negate some of that, but it's not really gonna do much here. No one's really going on him after that. They're just trying to harass him out.
Dominating.
And it looks like we're having this Juggernaut just going for towers here. Get some of that good tower gold if they're not going to stop him. And there's no one around. They're walking over to him. No TPs, it looks like. Do they have TPs? No one has TPs on them. They have the blink coming out on the Centaur. Pretty fast blink.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Considering his level of farm,
Radiant
especially.
have fortified their towers. Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Looks like they tried to get a gank on the Juggernaut, but he's going to just get away here. It's not going to be a problem for him. Although he is running straight into their ward, they're going to see where he is, but they're not going to be able to go on him, I don't think. And I missed a Faceless Void kill. Good gank on them. Oh, that's not putting him out much. This A is going to be in a bad spot with 4 of them right there. The rest of the Dire team is spread out quite a bit. They're kind of having a tough time without TPs on them right now. They're in their stash. They can't get anywhere fast enough. And this tower is going to go down as well. Good A ult though. Good Zeus ult following it up. That Earthshaker's going down off of that too. They definitely have a global lineup going on here. The AA ult, the Zeus ult, and the Centaur ult. And Zeus might be running into a bad spot here. He's gonna run right in the middle of them. The Void is up here chasing someone down as well. Ancient Apparition goes down in the meantime. Didn't quite see where.
Murder spree.
That's all it takes to kill you?
Ogre goes down as well. And Jug ult on the Zeus. Bit of overkill, I think, but they kind of want to secure it, I think. Looks like a little bit of a bloodbath going up near the Dire jungle. But they did take the tower down while that was going on, or right before. Looks like Dire has some pretty good fight, but with these tower... Oh! More fight going on. Missed AA ult though. But with the tower kills going on, they're not going to have a good time keeping up. I mean, kills are nice, but you gotta get those towers down. And it looks like they're lacking some tower push at the moment. They're probably relying on getting some good team wipes and getting the towers down pretty easily. And there's a Chronosphere. Even Void has to go around the fissure though. Good AA ult. Going for the Necrophos. The Necrophos is just going to run away, it looks like. Oh, but he gets stunned out. Double edge, Zeus ult. Or not Zeus ult. Which one is that? Lightning Bolt. Never remember that name. Too much lightning. But that's a good fight for them. And they're probably going to push this tower down off of it. Bristle's going to try and pull the creeps. They're not going to take the tower down without the creeps there. A is going in here to defend his own tower. And it looks like the rest of the Radiant's coming in here to defend mid. Try to push it out, possibly. They know A ult is down, but they're not going in coordinated. That's going to be more kills for them. Oh my. Juggernaut ult goes off. They actually turned it around pretty well. Bit of a shaky start. That healing ward definitely helped though. They're going to get the tower down off of this. They know a lot of them are down. We have no Void ult. Still down for 30 seconds. That tower is down.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Oh, and they're going on the Void. Void's gonna have to jump away. So waiting on that Chrono. It's going to be up soon. They're probably going to try and turn this around when it is. Does Radiant know when it's coming up, though? Earthshaker coming in, probably trying to stop him with a fissure. Here it goes. AL. The AL, it's going to miss. It's going to hit the creeps. Zeus ult goes off, gets the Juggernaut. Looks like he doesn't get the kill. What happened here? I'm not entirely sure.
Illusion.
Respect still with his brown boots. He has the Hood of Defiance, probably for that Zeus. But I don't know, it's a lot of money considering he doesn't have anything else right now. Probably going straight for that pipe in that case, but he also has the Belt of Strength, probably trying to finish his boots. We'll see how it goes. Faceless Void staying far ahead in the net worth here. Possible action going on at bottom river here. OD with his ultimate orb here.
Middle is missing.
Wonder what he's building. Possibly Sheepstick. Good warding. Looks like they're trying to gather for a fight here, but they're not going to catch anything. They do have vision of that area. Not sure what's up with that. Bristle pushing them off. Weird fighting spot here.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Not sure why they're trying to fight there. Like I said, it looks like their lineup's really relying on them getting some good people picked off and then going for a tower. Because that spot there is not good. If you know everyone's grouped up there, you should just go for a tower somewhere else. But they're really relying on it. Looks like Zeus is, not Zeus. Juggernaut's gonna spin in. He's gonna back off right away though. Ogre's here to help him. Gets fissured. Healing word comes out. They're gonna just try and run away. Looks like up here Void is trying to get Necrophos. He's not gonna catch him, I don't think.
Dire's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Meanwhile, it looks like Dire's bottom tower's pushing itself in here. They're gonna have to go defend that. Lots of range creeps and a siege creep.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Cancelled TP.
Dire's bottom tower under
Looks like they're
fire.
trying to cut off the Faceless Void here. Juggernaut ult on him. And he's going down. Looks like Ogre Magi might go down here too. Oh! Nice prison. Dodge the AAL. Bristle may go down here. Zeus down. Only one up is Ancient Apparition. He's gonna have to back up. He could perhaps get an ult in here, take one of them down. He's down for a little bit, but they have the healing ward up. They're gonna be able to heal out of it pretty easily. The only one possibly is the Ogre Magi. He's going mid to push that out possibly here, while they take down the tower.
Dire have fortified.
And it does look like they're closing the net worth gap here. They're pushing all of the other people down to the bottom. The only one up is Faceless Void. AL right on top of all the people who are full health. Doesn't hit the Ogre. He's not going to be able to take them down with one ult. But it does diffuse them a little bit while they come to defend. They're coming back up. And Juggernaut's actually getting quite close to passing the Faceless Void. This is coming in here to defend the middle tower. And it looks like Juggernaut has his Sanjin Yashi. He's just waiting on it to be delivered.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Looks like everyone's just splitting up here trying to defend their towers. And they're going to return to mid here, try to have a fight again. Necro ult, but it's not going to do much other than hold him still for a bit. Jug ult, doing lots of damage, missing the primary target. Looks like Jug is going to go down here. Faceless Void's going to get out. Looks like OD is going down as well as that Necro. Void comes back to finish the kill on the Ogre Magi. Looks like Zeus is really low. Is Bristle going to chase? He's not going to be able to chase. Bristle's the only one up. He's going to have to defend his towers here. But it looks like everyone's back and they're not going to be able to push down towers. TPing back home, walking back home. All they're going to be able to do is defend their own towers here. Good fight, but by the time they're able to push, looks like everyone else is going to be back up here. They do have buybacks, but they're not even going to need them. Bristleback does have that pipe now, and he's finished his boots. Looks like he's starting to catch up a bit here. Looks like we have the Earthshaker going around. He's just going to place a ward, though. And we have the Faceless Void going over here trying to sustain his lead. He has quite a bit of a lead, but the Juggernaut's doing a good job of keeping up with him, even without that Midas.
Yes.
And they're just going to push straight into the tower. They know they can't defend it. Looks like Earthshaker's coming in the back here. He may surprise them, but they're not ready to go on them, it looks like. A ult comes through. Zeus ult. A ult hits the Jug, that's it. He's going to spin, avoid that. Good stun.
Great teamwork.
Ogre Magi goes down, so does the Necrophos.
Double kill.
We're going to go chase the OD. Meanwhile, Bristle's coming in here to clean things up, gets the Ancient Apparition. Zeus Cyclones him. Juggernaut comes back, ults them.
Double kill.
That's a Centaur down. And they're still going on the Zeus. They're going to be able to chase the Zeus down pretty well here. Tries to bottle up, void it.
Murder spree.
Just a few stacks of quills is going to take him down, though. And now we just have the Earthshaker up. He's going to have to go back and heal up here first, though. Meanwhile, they're going to be able to push off that pretty easily. Healing Ward goes up. They're going to just push straight away. Got some OD illusions helping out as well. Where's OD going? I'm not sure, but they're just going to push into this high ground while they can. 30 seconds till the Void and Zeus are back up. Centaur's coming up a bit sooner. Oops. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to defend on his own here. Ancient Apparition is up. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here, though. All he has is his ult, really, in this situation. And they're going to decide just to farm it up here. They're coming up too soon. They're not pushing fast enough. Probably a good decision. Bristleback has a Sanj. Looks like he's going for a Sanj and Yasha. It looks like we possibly have people checking Roche here. They're not sure where they went. They're not going to find him in Roche, though. Or perhaps they're just preparing for when they're going to do Roche. It's probably a good idea. Necrophos has his Blink Dagger here. It's pretty good, considering he does have to get in pretty close to use his Q effectively. Always like this little particle-y trail he has. Very good. And Juggernaut's going in here. He's going to clean up that creep wave. He's going to try and force a fight probably here. Looks like they are grouping up, getting in the right position, but they see where they're going. He is going to ward some deep wards here. Get ready for the impending fight, probably. Some Ancients being done. It's probably a good decision to get that ward up, but I'm not sure with this ward here. This this is a very good ward if they want to do Roche, because they're going to see them coming. Unless they take this route all the way around here, they're not going to have a good time. Not sure what's going on with the drawing there. That's not good. Oh well. And we do have smokes being bought. 2 smokes. Oh my. And Juggernaut gets a basher. Oh my. Oh, they do deward him though. That's not going to be good if they want to do Roche. They're going to have to wait till they know it's safe. Void has his BKB, trying to avoid a lot of that magic damage. Double damage rune being picked up here. Looks like they're going to try and catch them out here. Don't think they know where they are. They have a lot of vision in this jungle. It's going to be very hard for the Dire to farm that up. And that's not good news for the Faceless Void with his Midas. He's going to have to use it on creeps. Lane creeps, that is, I suppose. Fissure on the Juggernaut here. Here comes an ult, but it's not going to matter with him spinning like that. It's going to miss anyway. Solo spins on the Earthshaker for a bit and then just backs up. He knows his team is here to back him up. He feels pretty safe. He knows his team's here. They don't know his team's there. They don't know where his team is. And for the time being, it looks like Dire's going to have to turtle up. This is not turning out well for them. The Void had a pretty good start, but the rest of the team is slowly falling behind. The Zeus isn't going to last very long either. He does really well in the early game, but once he starts falling off, he pretty much just becomes another support. His damage doesn't really scale, and he doesn't have his eggs or a refresher, so that's not going to scale at all. Zeus looking for wards, not finding any. They are doing Roche. There's nothing they can do to stop it. And this Ogre Magi is just keeping them at bay. Meanwhile, they're going to get that... they're going to get that Aegis there. And they're going to smoke up right away and try and turn it on them right away. They're not going to see him coming. The Faceless Void's out pretty far. He doesn't know they're smoked. They're going to get him right behind him. Is he going to be able to scoot away? Looks like they're not going to go straight on him. The Void ult comes out. Going to take down the OD. A ult, good. They're going to try and turn this fight on. The OD is back. Is he going to be able to do much? He gets his ult off, gets a kill. He's going to go in for another kill on the Zeus. Gets the kill on the Zeus. He's going to get away, though. The Void's coming back, trying to finish him. If he does finish him up, Juggernaut comes back in on the Void then. And is he going down? He's going to spin at him. Void's going to try to run away with his mask. It's not going to work. And that's a team wipe. They're going to be able to push this tower. There's not much they can do. Lots of pings. Angry teammates? What's going on here?
Dire's structures are fortified.
Good for it.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
TP back in. Here comes the Fissure. Spin doesn't matter. He's going to keep attacking the tower.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
And there's 4 stun. Stun comes out. AAL. Good AAL. It's not going to matter. Are they going to finish the tower? They're going to finish the tower. Juggernaut's going to try and get away. He doesn't want to die to the AAL. And Centaur's going to try and come in and stun. Does not get the stun off. Doesn't know the Necro has a blink, I don't think. He's going to get away pretty easily if he doesn't know that. That's a good healing word. Zeus ult just to check where they are. It looks like he's gonna find him, but the healing word's not gonna, or the healing word's gonna heal him up. The Zeus ult isn't really gonna matter. This is one farm Juggernaut. He does pass the Faceless Void even with that Midas. Although their supports are gonna have to work hard here to keep that map control while they try to finish pushing this high ground. They got the tower, but no racks. And now they're all coming back up. It's going to be hard to fight up this high ground.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
So it looks like they're not going to contest it right away. They're waiting till they all come up. relying a bit too much on those team fights, and they're not having good team fights to begin with. They had a good one earlier, but it ended up fizzling in the end. And they lost a tower off of it, tier 3. Smoke comes out again, trying for the same strategy. But it looks like they're turtling up, they're not wanting to push out. Faceless Void's just sitting here waiting to use his chrono. Lots of money for a buyback too. He doesn't want to risk it. Let's check that buyback status. Void has the buyback, OD, and Centaur. No one else. And they're going to go deep into their base, trying to start a fight up. And they defuse it pretty easily. Here comes the chrono. AL goes off onto the chrono, so does Zeus ult. Pretty good job. Necro ult goes off, but it's not going to do anything. And that's a team wipe for them. Now they're going to try and counter push, but do they have the push to get the tower before they're back up? OD has the buyback. Is he going to use it?
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's middle tower is being
And they are going to
attacked.
take this tower down here while they're down. Unfortunately, they're down for a long time with no buyback. They're going to have to start waiting for that buyback. Ogre Magi comes back up. He's not going to be able to defend by himself, though. Looks like they are split pushing. The Centaur is trying to take out the bottom tower while they're doing this. Looks like he's going to succeed. There's no one to defend against him. Are they going to get this tier 2? There's still a bit before they're up. They're just waiting on their creeps. The Fissure's blocking them, unfortunately.
Fortified their towers.
Looks like they're getting pretty low here trying to do this. The fort comes out. Here comes the bristleback. They're starting to come up. They're all back up now. They're going to have to run away.
Radiant's bottom
That is
tower
not going to be good for them.
demolished.
They don't quite get the tier 2. Looks like top is pushing in here. Ogre's going to go defend that. Tier 1 bottom does go away, but that just gives them fort back. They're going to have to defend their racks here again. Radiant's probably trying to rethink their strategy. They can't be so aggressive this time, but they know that they're weak right now. They're going to have to back up. Hang out in Fountain. Zeus Salt to know where they are. They know they're all right here.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
AL hits the bristleback, no one else. We have Chrono up. Is he going to use it? He's getting really low. Quick. Oh, there he Chronos. Takes out the Juggernaut. Takes out the bristleback. BKB is up. Does not get anything again. Oh, I feel bad for this Necro. He's not having a good time. It looks like they're going to try to back off of it. They got the racks. Here's the other racks.
Dire's middle barracks is
Now that's
fallen.
going to start pushing in on its own. And they're going to push out the late here while they have some downtime. And it looks like some farming is just going to go on here. It looks like Dire's actually having a bit of trouble figuring out where the enemy team is. They're not doing much right now, though. They're just trying to wait till they show themselves, and then a fight's going to erupt. And it looks like another match is ahead of schedule, so I'm not sure if that's going to start. Gotta keep to your schedules, man. We'll see what that turns out to do. Anyway, Void not able to farm because he's kind of the linchpin in this situation. It's going to be very difficult for him to farm because if he farms, he's too far away from the rest of his team to be able to do anything. Ogre Magi jumps in here on the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's just going to back up. Does quite a bit of damage, but it's not going to kill him. Ogre Magi also with a blink now. Everyone's getting a blink.
I was meant to have this.
Action going top. Roche being done at the same time. Healing ward goes up. He almost doesn't even need it. They are checking the Roche. Zeusol and AAL. They're going to find him. Can't be healed while that's going on. That's unfortunate for them. They're coming in to stop him. Juggernaut spins away so he can't be stunned. The Fissure goes in the right spot here. Going to block him. He's going to try and get away. His ult goes off. And he's going to get 2 kills off of that. Chrono goes on up here. Looks like the Necro ult missed again. That's not good. Lots of people going down. But Juggernaut's full. He's going to chase down this Void. AL comes out. That's going to hit the Juggernaut and the Bristleback. And Void's going to get away, but he may leave his AA to die here, and their AA goes down. They're going to push this in, try and get these tier 4 towers while everyone's down. Buyback from the Centaur. That's a nice effigy there.
Dire's bottom tower.
Meanwhile, Juggernaut is taking down this bottom tower. Void is going to go in on him. He does not have Chrono. Good stun from the Centaur, double edge, and there's Juggernaut down. They're going to try and chase the Bristleback. That's going to be pretty difficult for them, though. Bristleback is quite fast. And Earthshaker is trying to deal with the creeps here. They're pretty strong now, hard for him to keep from pushing in. Bottom is pushing itself in as well. They're going to have to work on defending that. Meanwhile, it looks like Radiant's just going to wait for their heroes to come back up. They have the advantage. They can afford to wait. The XP is starting to even out a bit, actually, here. They could still turn around, but they have a lot of towers to go through here. And now that Raps is down, it's going to be even harder.
A lucky find.
Invisibility.
Shocking. Serrated wings of wisdom cut you down.
Oh, and that's not going to be good. They're just going to feed a Roche to the Dire here. Juggernaut is up, but he's not going to be able to stop them. And Void is going to get that Aegis. That's not going to be good. And meanwhile, while they're down, they're going to be able to push this tier 2. Juggernaut's going to give him a run for their money defending, but he's not going to be able to defend very well by himself, especially with that Aegis. Chrono is down now. He knows that, but he looks like he's just going to try and farm. Play pretty passively while his team comes back up. His team does not have any buybacks. They need to start saving for that.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
And that's a quick tier 2 tower. They're gonna go try and go straight for high ground. The Juggernaut, not the best at defending high ground. He's pretty much as good at defending high ground as he is at defending that tier 2. They're gonna wait for the fort here. They're gonna have to back up as the team comes up here. But that's some pretty good damage on the tier 3. But they're gonna hang out here and try and get the fight as they push this out. This may turn in favor of the Dire here. They're pushing out. They're coming in behind them. They're gonna get a good fight. They see them coming. They're gonna turn it around. Chrono comes out. That Juggernaut's going down. There's not much he can do. AL finishes off the Necrophos. That's an OD down as well. They're gonna chase him in. Action going on over here. The Bristleback's trying to get back home. He's gonna get walk blocked. Juggernaut buys back. He's gonna come back in here. Gets his ult off. Finishes off the Faceless Void. He has the Aegis. He's gonna just turn on him. He's gonna have to run away here. Good stuns off. Void walks back in. Fissure. Ogre Magi comes in to save him, but he's gonna go down for it. He's gonna get away. He's getting away, but just barely. He's gonna have to go back to the fountain to heal.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
And that's another tier 2 down. It's just candy, though. They're gonna have to be forced to fear 2 tier 3s now. This is a good spot to rotate back and forth between. We have this good ward here. Although Void's team is backing out, he has tons of money. He needs to spend it on something.
Time is money.
And there is a while before Roche is back up there. No sense saving the spot for an Aegis that's not going to be up for a while. And what's he getting? He's getting his refresher. Those double chronos, they're not going to be fun to deal with. Here he is going to finish that. Oh my, just buy a refresher. Looks like Bristle's going to go on the Centaur. Centaur almost stomps, cancels it.
Illusion.
Grabs the illusion rune. Bristleback's not gonna do much there. They're gonna go back and try and defend here. Meanwhile, Dire's going to push straight in there. The Void is confident. He just got his refresher. He knows he has Chrono up. He's going to have 2 Chronos in this next fight. And they're not going to be expecting it. He almost has double the net worth of the Juggernaut right now. Their game really lives and dies on this Void here. And here's the Chrono. Around the tower as well. Not much they're going to do against that. The Juggernaut's going down. The Void goes down as well, though. Does not get the double Chrono off. Juggernaut comes back in only to die. Centaur goes down to the tower. They're not going to be able to push off of this. They don't have the right heroes up. They have the buyback. Are they going to do it? Looks like they're playing it safe. They don't want to buy back to push. They think the enemy team has buyback as well.
Murder spree.
We have this Necro chasing. Only Zeus is back up. He uses the Rod of Atos. The Zeus is going to be able to get away, though. He's not going to be able to chase this. Oh, he might actually get him here. Can he blink again? He blinks again. Oh, it's not going to be enough. He's back in the fountain. Good Cyclone by the Zeus. Meanwhile, the Necro is pushing it in. He's making it really close here. He's going to have to try and get out of here. They're coming back up. And his team is nowhere near him right now. AAL goes off. It's gonna hit him. Zeus ult goes off just for good measure here. Man, the AAL really hurts. And it looks like Zeus is going to try and get his eggs finally. It looked like he was doing it twice. He's been taking his time with that. Unfortunately for all of Dire's efforts, they did not get any racks or the tower. And that means that the creeps are not in their favor here. They're using the fort. And they know the fort's wasted. They're going to go for the bottom tower here, maybe. They're defending it pretty hard, though. Lots of Ghost Scepter on the Dire here. We have one on the Earthshaker, one on the Zeus. Zeus goes down very easily. Void pops his BKB, but he's just gonna walk away. And they're gonna push in the into the tier 4 towers here off of that. Buyback from the Zeus. He's almost got his eggs. He just needs the point booster. A has the eggs too. That's not going to be good for them. It's very surprising the first time it happened. It suddenly lasts a long time. Here's the chrono. Refresher. Another chrono. Is he going to get it off? He keeps getting disabled. He gets it off just barely. He goes back in. Gets the necro. And gets away. That's a team wipe. Just barely saved their bottom tower. And here they're going to have to try and push in again. Are they going to be able to make it? Looks like Void buys his BTs. He's going to come in with his team at the last minute here, it looks like, after he heals up at the fountain. Refresher down, though. Chronosphere down. Put a defense they weren't expecting. Roshan is going to be coming up in just a minute here. Looks like A is hanging back, pushing out the lanes. Haste on the Earthshaker, that's scary. Haste blink. They're gonna push this in. They're gonna get an easy tower. It looks like they do have fort, but they're all down still. Looks like they're going to save it for their tier 4s. Possibly the racks. Don't think there's much they can do against the racks. They're still down. That's racks. They're evening it up mid. They're gonna rotate to the bottom. Take down the tower easily. They fort on this one. They don't want to let him get two. It's like Earthshaker lagging behind a bit here. They're going to take him out. Amazing multicast. Faces Void sitting on a huge Watto cache again. Checking the Roche probably. It's not quite back up. Just a minute left. Little under a minute. Their lanes are pushed out. Radiant is forced to defend. Their creeps are evened out now too, so they don't have that working for them. It's going to be harder. They do have this nice ward up though. They know where they are. And no such ward for the Dire. They have this little one here, but it's not giving too much vision. It's very unfortunate for them. Not sure what this weird interaction with those trees is. Huh. But everyone's coming back up here. Looks like Bristleback's trying to do the Roche. They're gonna follow him in. This may be just what they need to turn this game around here. That's a quick Roche. They're not gonna be able to defend against that. OD picks it up. They leave the cheese. Jug goes back for the cheese. Leaves his Ring of Aquila. Probably should send in that courier to grab that. It's worth a good chunk of money. It's not something you just want to leave there. Void is waiting for his chrono. What they don't know is that they have vision of him. It's not going to work out in his favor. They're just going to back up. And it looks like they're going to rotate bottom, try and push that. It's going to be a bit harder. They don't have vision of it, but the tower is almost down. They want to get that so badly. Meanwhile, they're going to push mid back out. Again, the creeps are even now, so this is going to work. They're not going to be able to easily push it back in anymore. It's going to make their tier 4 a lot harder to get. But here they're pushing in. They're getting set up to defend. Fortunately, even if they fight, this tower is going down. There's no way to defend that. They have the fort, but that's not going to last very long in the middle of a fight. And here the tower is going down.
Dire's bottom tower
No fight yet. And they're going for the racks. They pop the fort on the racks.
their towers.
Big spread out fight. Chronosphere goes down.
Murder spree.
Juggernaut goes down right away. Double Chrono here. Necro going down as well. Zeus ult comes out. That's another team wipe. Comes the Aegis. He's not going to be able to defend himself here. He's going to go down so quickly. 4 steps away, but gets stunned anyway.
That was no shot.
And here they're going to push off of it. This might be the game here. All of them are up there, almost all full health except for the A, but he has his global ult anyway. They're going to push straight down. Buy back on the Juggernaut and the Ogre Magi. They're going to have to buy back here, but they're going to wait until they need to. But they're going to need to either way. The rest of them do not have buyback. They're not going to be able to be up for this fight. And if it goes anything like the last fight, they're not going to have a good time. Juggernaut buys back preemptively. Bristleback managed to get buyback just in time. Ogre Magi buys back as well. Starting to double think this rush into their base. And they're just going to back up. They don't want to fight it without their ults. They wasted pretty much everything on that last fight, and that seems to be their problem. They have these great ults, but they use them all in that fight, and then they have to wait again. It's shaping up to be a pretty long game here.
You won't be seeing me around.
But once these buybacks are starved, they're going to have a hard time, and it looks like they are. Three waiting on timers just bought back, 2 waiting on gold. So if another fight goes the same way, they're going to have a hard time. It looks like smoke's coming out here. No Roche up. They can't smoke into Roche. They're going to try and get in behind them. This may switch it up for them. They might not be expecting it. They do have their ults. No double chrono this time though. Chronosphere goes off. Only hits the Bristleback.
Dominating. Great teamwork.
Bristleback goes down.
Stars.
OD is down as well. They're going to finish off the Necro. And up here, Juggernaut's fighting. He's going to go down though. So is the Earthshaker. They're going to chase down the Ogre Magi, and that'll be another team wipe. No buybacks this time. He is going to get away. He's TPing home, but he's not going to be able to defend on his own. They're going to push straight down mid. BT's going out. Here comes the Faceless Void into the middle.
The earth needs me.
He has his refresher. He can chrono if he needs to. Earthshaker buys back. They're going for the push. Ogre Magi's sitting here on his own. He's not able to do much on his own here. And they're pushing in early. Trying to get the stuff down before the creeps get here. there's the Ogre Magi down as well.
Radiant's towers are fortified.
So 30 seconds,
That infantry.
20 seconds before anyone's
Radiant's
back
middle
up.
tower is taking damage.
Fort goes out, but they're getting the tower so easily.
No more
One
middle
tier
tower
4,
for
2 tier 4s are going straight for the Ancient.
No more middle tower for Radiant.
And here come the creeps. Creeps didn't even help before. And that's the throne down. No GG call yet. There it is.
Truly today we have video games.
Alright, thanks everybody for watching. My name is Ben Lastalin. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Lastalin. Hope to see you next time.